it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet.
Well, that was fun. Oh, wow, okay then. It's been a while, guys. I'm very sorry about that. But I do have an excuse because, well, you see, I have one camera. My older sister has been in Australia for 2 whole months. She came back yesterday and she took the camera with her because it's not just my camera, it's my family's camera. And she didn't even use the thing. So I've been sitting here itching to make a YouTube video for 2 whole months. She didn't even use it. Didn't even use it. What a bitch. So I'm going to do this whole video in Australian accent. I can't do it in Australian. I'm sorry. But what I'm going to do today is, because I haven't seen you guys for 2 months, I thought I'd do like a little update vlog of what I've been doing the past 2 months. And I have some, you know, I've done a few things. Like I'm 18 this month, at the end of this month, which is, it's March. What's the date today? 8th of March. And I just want to tell you what books I've been reading, what films, what TV shows, and what trips I've been on. And I just want to say also, my channel has 31 subscribers. 31 subscribers. What the fuck? I literally haven't been on my channel in 2 months, and I go on it and I just see 31 subscribers like out of nowhere. Where the fuck did that come from? I mean, I know it's not a lot, but for me, that's a lot. That is. Oh my god, it's so cool, and thank you so much to whoever has subscribed. And if you haven't, you know, you can always click the button if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but it would make my day a little bit, I think. So my first news, which has only just happened today, but I'm going to tell you, is that I finally passed my driving test. This is the 3rd time I've taken it, and I passed it this morning at 10 o'clock this morning, and here it is! Wait, it doesn't have my address or anything on it. Look! I passed my driving test! And also, I have a car. I have a little Ford KA, and I called it Nico after Nico D'Angelo from Heroes of Olympus, which I've just finished reading, all of them. Yeah, so that's the biggest news, is that I'm an adult, so I don't have to get free buses to college. I'm so excited! I want to tell you what books I've been reading, because I've read a lot of books in the past 2 months. Well, a lot for me, anyway. So basically, on Christmas Day, like the day, my mum, my auntie, and my cousin, because my cousins all come round on Christmas Day and we play board games like Trivial Pursuit and stuff, and they surprised me with a trip to Athens, Greece. Athens in Greece. Greece, the capital of Greece. I don't know if I've talked about my obsession with Greek mythology on this channel, because I read Percy Jackson so long ago. I just read it, 4 years ago now? And I've just been obsessed with Greek mythology since I was about 11 or 12 when we started doing it in year 6. And I just love the stories, I love it all, and I've always wanted to go to Greece. I was like, this year I'm 18, I'm going to go to fucking Greece on my own if I have to. And then my parents surprised me with a trip to Athens, the bloody central, where every Greek mythology thing, so, you know, I went to Greece. And this leads on to what books I've been reading, which is, I've finished the Heroes of Olympus series. I finished it, and I freaking loved it to bits. Because I read the first one, like, nearly a year ago, and I didn't like it. I was like, this is not, where's Percy? Where is my Percy Jackson, huh? Where is he? He's not here. So that kind of put me off it. Then I read the second one in October, which was a lot better. So then when they told me I was going to Athens, I was like, right, I've got to read the rest of these 3 books. And I read 3 books in 1 month. I read the 3 books in 1 month. What the fuck? I couldn't get enough of it. I didn't finish the books before I went to Greece. I was on the last book before I went. which is where in the last book they go to Athens, which I'm a bit annoyed about because when I was up in the Acropolis, that's where the battle takes place. I don't know if that is a spoiler or anything, but like, I mean, the last book was probably really anticlimactic. I think a lot of people will agree with me on that. But it happened in Athens. I was like, all of this shit, and I was like, oh, that's where Poseidon and Athena had their big battle over Athens, and this is where Theseus's dad stood watching his son come back from defeating the Minotaur. Just seeing it for my own eyes was incredible. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Oh, it was amazing. And that's why I read all the Heroes of Olympus and finished it. And I loved it. I think my favourite is definitely Leo. He's my little Leo. He's so cute. I love Leo. He's my favourite out of the 7. And then it would probably be Hazel, Frank, and then Pippa or Piper. I think I called her Pippa. Out of the new characters. Jason, I don't know what's going on there, Jason? I don't know. He just gets knocked out all the time. I think it's like a running meme of Jason being unconscious throughout the book. The Trials of Apollo comes out April, I think it is. Is it April? It is April. And that's apparently going to be like the last Percy Jackson series, which I'm really upset about. But I can't believe I put Heroes of Olympus off for so long. But I think I just needed to marathon it to really get into it. Also, another book that I'm currently reading, I haven't finished yet, is The Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard, which is the sequel to The Red Queen. I read The Red Queen when it came out last year, and I loved it. I thought it was brilliant, and I'm loving it. It's just so magical. Like, I could just imagine myself with these, like, lightning powers, like, I mean, that's Spider-Man, but, you know, just like, there's a lot of death in it. It's a bit like Game of Thrones, like, there's a lot of, betrayal, death, and the main character, I find, I like her, but she's really annoying, and she's very naive. Like, after everything that happened in Red Queen, she still trusts these random people she's just met. What are you doing? I think the first bit of the book was a bit slow. Now I'm halfway through it. And I'm like, yeah, it's getting a pace to it, and I'm like, yeah. And also, today's the day of Lady Midnight release. I pre-ordered it on my Kindle. Wait, let me get it. Showed up last night. I was so excited. I'm not gonna pick it up till I finish reading The Glass Sword because I'm scared that look. It's there. Lady Midnight, I can't wait to start reading it. I'm gonna read it in like whenever. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this book. Well, it was meant to come out last year, wasn't it? And then they pushed it back to March this year. And it's here. It's finally here. I'm so excited. Oh, TV shows. Let's talk about TV shows that have happened in the last 2 months. Let's see. Oh, Supernatural. Oh my god, this season of Supernatural is so well done. It's so good, and there's so many twists and turns that you just don't see coming. And that big twist at the second half of the season, I think it was episode 10 or 11, with Cass. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, this season is just been amazing for me. Even like the filler episodes are so well done. I love it. I love it. We'll also come back. Oh my god, Walking Dead came back at the beginning of February. That first episode, I think that was the best Walking Dead episode to ever. It's just incredible. And Daryl with the freaking rocket launcher. Oh my god. He's upgraded from that crossbow, I'll tell you that. And I think season 6 of Walking Dead has just been brilliant as well. All of the new seasons are just so much better. Because season 10 of Supernatural, I mean, it was okay, but the whole thing with the mark of Cain every episode, I'm like, oh my god, oh come on. And season 5 of The Walking Dead, it was so hyped up, and then it just kind of went, But this season of The Walking Dead is just brilliant. I love it. And we had that Rick and Daryl episode. Oh, it was so cute. I love Rick and Daryl. Them together, they're just brothers, aren't they? They're the Winchesters of the Walking Dead universe. Right, now let's talk about movies. Okay. I haven't seen a lot of movies in the past 2 months. I did watch Deadpool in the cinema and I absolutely loved it. I can't believe how good it was. You know, I was proper hyped up for it. And you know, when you get hyped up, it's not as good as it's hyped up to be. And I went to see it and I was just blown away of how good it was. The problem was it wasn't long enough. It was so funny. Ryan Reynolds and TJ Miller just crack me up. I love TJ Miller in the first place. It's like, even the first 30 seconds with the credits, and it doesn't actually have people's names, it has like a moody teenager or a hot chick, and then it was like producer, overpaid tool, and it's just things that it's just things like that just make me happy. It's exciting. I loved it. Another film that came out was The Fifth Wave, and I haven't seen it because I haven't found the cinema that it was in. Like, The Fifth Wave wasn't playing in any of them. And so I was like, well, how am I supposed to see this film? So I didn't get a chance to see... Shush! I didn't get a chance to see it in the cinema. I'm gonna wait till it comes out on DVD, I think, because... But I heard the reviews weren't that great for it. Because I read the book about a year or two ago. I don't know. It was a while ago. I can't really remember what happens in it. But the trailers looked really good. It looks like it's very close to the book, which is probably a good thing, I would hope, because the book's amazing. But the reviews for it weren't that great. I don't know what happened there. This isn't new, but the other weekend I watched the film Unfriended. That horror film that's all set from, it's like a horror film on Skype and set from someone's desktop. And I knew it wasn't going to be, like, I saw the trailer for it and I was like, that just looks crap. And it was either watching Unfriended or The Visit. And I know what happens at the end of The Visit because my friend spoiled me on it, like the massive twist at the end. She told me what it was. So I was like, I kind of want to watch Unfriended just to see what it's like, because apparently the reviews were like, it wasn't great, it wasn't bad, it was just kind of in the middle. So I watched it and I was like, oh my god, I was just sat through I was just laughing throughout the whole of it. It was so funny when the guy like sticks his hand in the thing and then his throat and like these pathetic jump scares that weren't jump scares. I was like, no. Just people shouting all the time, the dialogue was just, I don't know. It wasn't the worst horror film I've ever seen, but it wasn't even the goodest one I've seen. Is that a word? Goodest? No, that's not a word. No. It was okay. I wouldn't recommend it personally. I mean, there's loads of other good horror films out there, like The Conjuring. Conjuring's the best horror film / scary film I've ever seen. And the second one's coming out soon, and it's set in North London. Oh my god, that looks so good. If you haven't seen the trailer, go and watch it now, because it looks really, really good. Yeah, so that's my update, Bob, because I don't think I've seen you since Christmas. It's weird getting back into the groove of making YouTube videos. I have a lot of ideas. I have had time to make YouTube videos, I just haven't had the camera to make YouTube videos. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's not that exciting but I just thought I owe you an explanation of why I haven't been making YouTube videos. So, it's lovely to see you again. It's lovely to see you. Hi, how you been? Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.